Now it's time for the Sonic Game of the Week. Carolina Forest playing host to the St. James Sharks. Will Brunson leads the Zone Nation in passing yards. But the St. James defense had something to say about that. The Sharks came to play. This is Cole Gallagher with the QB sack. It was scoreless in the first quarter when Carolina Forest gets something going. Check out Brunson to Xavier Jones, and this is some serious concentration. How did Jones hang on to that? It's certainly worth another look. Andrew Tom on the D does a good job, but Jones able to hang on to the football, and the Panthers are in business. They've got the ball at the 7-yard line. But the Sharks defense, bend, but don't break. Cody Toomer, have a seat. Wow, big time play by Toomer right there. So now Carolina Forest looking for the first points of the game. Kyle Belak from 24, It remains scoreless at the end of one. Second quarter. Here comes the Sharks. Alan Crum, direct snap. And this young man's just a good hard-nosed runner. Crum, 24 yards, touchdown St. James, 7-0 Sharks in front. But on the ensuing kickoff, this is Shaquille White. And White's going to get to that sideline, and he's going to take care of the rest. Great speed by Shaquille White coming right at you. 75 yards just like that. It's a 7-7 ball game. But this St. James team would not be denied. Josh Roper does a nice job of finding Andrew Tom. Touchdown, Sharks. It was 14-7 St. James at the half. And I want to call it an upset. 3A St. James beats 4A Carolina Forest 38-19. Wow. Alan Crum, 16 carries, 122 yards. You saw his touchdown run. The St. James defense, as you saw, was able to neutralize a very potent Carolina Forest attack. And the Coney Bowl, the great Sonic Coney Bowl trophy, is going to Murrells Inlet in St. James. But before he gets there, the Sharks are here live in the WPDE End Zone studio. Mark Haggard is standing by with Coach Mark Fisher, and I think 2/3 of Murrells Inlet, Mark.
Man, the newsroom is crowded tonight. It is Shark Week here at WPDE News Channel 15 in the End Zone. We're going to start things off with the St. James cheerleaders. They've got a little something for us.
Go Big Blue! 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 Go Big Blue!
I don't think they want to stop, and they shouldn't, you know. Tough start to the season, a loss to Loris, a loss to Andrews by a total of 9 points, and then this week you woke up.
Well, yeah, I mean, we knew that it wasn't broken. We just knew that we had to keep plugging away and keep following, our plan and believing in the system, and eventually it would come our way.
Head coach Mark Fisher joining us in the zone, and boy, I tell you, you go into the game, and when I called you up and I said this is going to be the game of the week, you go, oh, really?
Yeah, well, you've called me 2 other times, and we didn't get to come, so third time was a charm, I guess. So.
Well, you're here, and the one thing I want to talk about is this offense. All of a sudden, boom, they wake up in the second half and put a lot of points on the board on the road.
Well, we knew if we got all 11 guys on the same page and doing their jobs and executing that the system works, and finally tonight, I think for the most part we did that.
Give me some names. Give me some guys that made a difference offensively for you that really got this thing going, because it was a 14-7 game at halftime.
I'd have to say, Andrew Wright, Richie Hawley, Cole Gallagher, whoever my tackles are, I can't think right off the top of my head. But
you better learn their names.
My offensive line, Aaron Foster and Logan Richards. I mean, those are the guys that made it work. And then, we've got good backs, and when those guys provide us with the holes like they did tonight, the opportunities are there for us.
Yeah, I've got to take advantage of this. You've got a lovely lady sitting next to you, and she is a member of the football team. I mean, a big member of the football team. Kicked a 38-yard field goal, Nicole Myers. Nicole, how sweet was this, getting your first varsity victory?
It was exciting.
That's it?
Yeah.
Hey, yeah. Made all your extra points, made a nice long field goal. She's made a 38 and a 39-yarder this year for you. How important has she been? And the guys are real protective of her. I know that nobody gives her any guff.
Oh yeah, she's like the whole team's little sister, you know, and you know, she's been spot on, and I don't think anybody really looks at it as a girl kicking. She's a heck of a football player, and she kicks the cover off that ball. So you know, we're just real fortunate to have her, and I don't think we look at it as a girl anymore. It's just another player.
Yeah, when you see her kick, no, honestly, no laughing. When you see her kick, I mean, she's got a stronger leg than most of the guys in the area.
She's as good a kicker. I mean, I've had some all-state kickers, and she's as good as I've had in the past. And you know, so far she's putting it between the two yellow poles, and if she can keep doing that, you know, I mean, she's got a bright future at soccer and football.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we've got something to show folks. Hoist that Coney Bowl trophy. This is the wooden hot dog and bun. This goes to the winner of the Carolina Forest St. James. The Coney Bowl trophy. What do you think of that?
Well, you know, that thing sat in our place for a couple of years, and you know, then it disappeared. We lost it, and it's nice to have it back. You know, it sits in the main office, and not many schools can say they have a giant hot dog in their office. You know?
Now, who does the HTC game ball go to? I know we haven't talked about the other side of the ball, but those guys came out and played on the defensive side. And who's the game ball going to?
Well, I mean, you know, we have to say the whole defense, but at the same time, you know, I guess one guy stood up with the leading in stats, and you saw his highlight up there a little while ago was Cody Toomer. I mean, he crushed in stats tonight, and everybody played well, but we'll go ahead and say Cody Toomer just because you know, he led in stats and was in the backfield all night. I think he had 3 sacks or so, and you know, he just played his guts out. But our defense has been playing their guts out all year, and they're what's kept it close for us.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's work that game ball over this way. Cody Toomer gets the Give me that ball. Cody Toomer gets the HTC game ball. They call him the dog, the outside linebacker on this defense. And as coach said, 3 sacks, 4 tackles for loss tonight. Talk about how you were able to contain Will Brunson, their talented quarterback, and their talented offense over there at the Forest, and come out with a win.
I mean, we just broke it down and stayed on our feet. We came together as a team. Fought hard.
I noticed when you threw the running back down like a rag doll in those highlights. I mean, my goodness, and he's no joke either.
Nah, he's pretty quick. I just held on, you know, for dear life.
But the contain, you were able to keep your feet and the contain on that defense, and that's, I guess, what made that particular play. Talk up some of your teammates. Who are some of the defensive players that made a difference besides yourself tonight?
I mean, our whole defense showed up. Our whole team did, even offense. Like, we've had a rough first 2 weeks, but we've had
name names on this defense. Their mamas are watching.
Well, our whole defensive line, we had Cole Gallagher, Andrew Wright, Devin at the other dog, had a lot of sacks back there. Hunter Cook stepped it up, Bradley Mehorter, Jacob Sloan.
Pretty big deal. You got a dog, and you're the dog. You got the Coney dog, Coach. You're playing off next week. You're playing bye. I like your chances next week. Yeah, but then you play cross.
Well, we're just going to focus on open this week and really just, you know, we only take them one at a time, and you know, we feel good about our chances, and we're going to you know, we're going to stick to our game plan to beat them. And then cross, that's a whole nother nightmare, and we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
One last thing, big deal tonight. Big deal tonight, beating the Forest.
I mean, it was, you know, a win's a win, and that's all we looked at. We didn't look at records. We didn't look at anything other than getting that, you know, that big gorilla off our back, and that's what we talked about all week. Was, you know, we knew how good we could be, and we had to just go out and all 11 play at the same time. And you know, tonight I think we took a step closer to being a good football program, and you know, we got a long way to go, but you know, we feel good about this evening, and we'll get back to work on Monday and see what happens. Because, by the way, there's no film tomorrow morning. Y'all can sleep in.
They are in possession of the wooden hot dog. It is Shark Week in the end zone. The St. James Sharks, winners tonight for the first time this season. Guys, congratulations. Gals, congratulations. Let's hear it.
Yes.